YouTubers, today we are doing a video on a Fiat 124 Spider Abarth. This is the 2017 model, and it does have some mods that have been done to it, so I'll try and go over some of those mods and show you the car. Basically, some of the outside mods that I've done, I started with this car came from the factory glossy black, and what I went ahead and did is I added the matte black finish to the trunk lid, and it just gives it a two-tone color that makes it look a little different. I went ahead and carried that look all the way to the front of the car. So both the lids, the hood and the trunk lid, are set in matte black vinyl wrap. The other thing we did for cosmetic purposes is we changed the valve stem caps. Ordered these from the factory. They do have the little scorpion logo in black. I think they look pretty cool. And we went ahead and changed these bottom protectors. We went ahead and wrapped them with carbon fiber wrap on both ends. And in addition to that, we went ahead and did the front lip, I should say, in carbon fiber wrap. So this whole thing here is wrapped in carbon fiber, and it kind of gives it a two-tone look. That's the look of the car from the front. Of course, the top is down now, so it looks even nicer when the top's down. The other thing we did on the outside for appearance purposes, I went ahead and changed the antenna with the stubby antenna. It's a shorter antenna. If you like that look, that's one thing you can do. And this is how the car kind of looks. Some of the cosmetic things. Now, for performance things, one of the things we did to the car is we went ahead and installed the Wildwood. I believe this is the 3 caliper brake kit. They have a 3 and a 6, and I opted for the 3. I didn't think I needed 6 caliper kit, and honestly, this is more than enough for what I need for this car. This car only weighs about 2,400 pounds, so it's very light. This Wildwood kit gives me the stopping power that I need. The tires are not the Protanza tires. They've been swapped for Michelin Super Sport Pilot tires. I went ahead and kept the exact same factory size on the same rim, on the same factory rim. I just swapped out the tires, and happier with that particular upgrade. On the inside of the car, we went ahead and swapped out the 2 speakers, the 2 door speakers, using the same amplifier. And basically back here, we went ahead and installed a JBL subwoofer right behind the seat. And with those 2 modifications, I'm pretty happy with the sound. This car has 164 horsepower, and it has about 184 pounds of torque. Plenty of torque for a 2,400 pound little car, 2-seater. And I'll show you some of the functions on the inside. If you come in here and press on the brake pedal, this light will turn on, and you can engage the start button. You can run this car in automatic mode, or you can push this down to the left. You actually slide this to the left, and you can shift up or shift down as you're driving. You shift up or shift down. If the car feels a bit sluggish in the 2nd or 3rd gear, basically all you have to do is shift up, and it'll rev right back up. So you can use it this way, or in automatic mode, or you can toggle through the shift modes using the steering wheel pedals. So you have them on both sides, shift up, shift down. So you've got 3 ways to go through that. On this side, you've got your cruise control, and on this side, you have your hands-free calling. Make a phone call here, and you can increase your volume controls, or you can toggle through your songs here. So you never have to leave this position here. If you toggle into sport mode, it'll show you there, it says sport. It'll give you a zippier ride. It'll feel like you're accelerating quicker. It changes the throttle response on the car. It does affect your gas mileage a bit, but not by much. If you're in city traffic, I would say non-sports mode. Honestly, most of the time I'm in sport mode. And to toggle between the modes, basically you see this little switch here. All you have to do is press it for about 3 seconds and then release it. And you'll see the light on your dashboard change. Okay, so basically all you do is just press it for 1, 2, 3, release, and then there it is. It'll tell you what mode you're on. You've got your information system here, entertainment system. You can check your calls. You can toggle through your radio options. And there are a couple. Pandora, AHA radios. You can also have a blue. I have my phone connected, but you can also have a USB port connected with songs down here on the second USB port. So you get that option. One of the things I did is I bought a card for the navigation. The card did not come with navigation, but I bought a card on the internet for like $60, and I popped in the card in here, and now I have navigation. So now if I click the navigation, I have navigation. It works just fine. Now if I would have gotten this through the dealership, it would have been like a $600 to $800 upgrade. And again, I just bought the card. All you have to do is type in 2017 Fiat Abarth nav card, and you'll find them. I was lucky enough to find one for $60. Right now the top is down, but if I wanted the top up, there's a little lever here. Push the lever up, top comes up, one hand, engage the latch, and the top's up. To put the top down, you simply slide this forward. Notice how it's red here, indicating that you're about to disengage the top, and then you just pull down and the latch comes loose, and then all you need is basically one hand. You need one hand to just pull the top down, and that's about it. That's about it. According to the speedometer, this thing will go up to 160 miles an hour. Okay, and here's some of the information: the temperature, range, fuel, and some of the warning lights there. Doors open, the car's obviously on. Turn the car off. Parking brake engaged. And your climate controls are right here for the AC. One of the things I noticed, if you set it on auto and you're on 60, this thing never turns off. So I always set it where I want it, and I'm never on auto. If you want to circulate your air, you click on this, and the light will turn on. Yellow light will turn on. The air will be circulated inside the cabin. If you want to not circulate the air in the cabin and draw fresh air from the outer, you just click on it. If this is off, your AC is off. You're blowing hot air. So if the car's hot, that's because this is off. That should be on all the time when you want your AC running. Okay? Again, depress to turn it off. Take foot off the pedal, and we're good to go. Let me show you some of the mods that I did to the engine bay. And to release the trunk, there's a little lever down here. Pull. And that basically will allow us to open the hood here. Slide the lever to the right, and the hood opens right up. Now the only two mods that I've done to this are the engine brace that you see here in stainless steel, along with the blue. It's supposed to give me a stiffer ride. Honestly, I didn't notice much of a difference, but it looks nice. You see this thicker intake air hose that goes right to the turbo. I replaced that. That's not factory. So this is an aftermarket, thicker intake hose. And I did install a blowback valve right in here. And I have the factory air filter. I tried it without the factory air filter. It does sound a little louder, but it draws too much dust because there's no piping in here that allows you to not draw in any dust. So I noticed that. I put the factory air filter back. It works just fine. But those are the only 2 engine bay compartment mods I've done. The other thing I've done is, over here you see the shocks. These are the Bilstein shock kit, the ride and height adjustment shock kit for this particular car. And this car has that kit installed on it. And what that kit does is it allows me to change the height of the car. Of course, for that you have to put it on the lift, and you use 2 wrenches, and you can go up or down. This car is about 1 inch lower than what you would find on the factory cars, and it's not too low to where, you know, I'm going to be hitting my tires. These are factory tires size, but I'm not going to be hitting anything because it's not too low, excuse me, but it's low enough to give me better handling and a better look on the car. And of course, if I wanted to change the dampening mode, if it's too soft or too stiff, I would have to basically turn the tires. These tires would have to be turned outward, and there's a knob there that you would turn. You'd have to get under there and turn the knob to adjust the stiffness of the actual shock for the front. Now for the rear, what you would have to do to adjust to the dampening mode or the stiffness or softness of the ride, you would have to open your trunk, and you would have to come down in here somewhere, and you see these 2 little blue knobs right here. Oh, I can't even see them. There they are. See the blue knob right there? That blue knob allows me to change this blue knob right here allows me to change the softness or hardness of my ride, and I didn't have that before. This is an aftermarket Bilstein ride, and it's a ride and height adjustment kit, and this allows you to adjust the sensitivity of the ride. And once you dial it in, then you're good to go. Personally, I felt that the factory shocks were a bit too bouncy. I don't have that problem anymore. So these are the upgrades for the car that I've done so far. And I was shooting this video just about 10 or 15 minutes ago for the first time, and people are asking, what type of car is this? What type of car is that? And I tell them it's a Fiat. It's a Fiat. And honestly, I get people stopping me and asking me all the time, how much does this car cost? And it look, you know, because it looks nice. The Fiat Classica starts at around $25,000. That's their entry-level model. The Lusso goes up to about the $30,000 price range, and the Fiat Abarth, which is what this is, and the one that you'll get with these little logos here, this is their sports package, and this one they go up to $36,000. But by no means are they a $50,000, $60,000 car. Some people think they are, but they're not. I actually picked this one up for $28,000, believe it or not. This car sat on the lot for a while, and the dealer wanted to move it, and I was at the right place at the right time, and I picked it up for $28,000. And then I did some of these mods that I'm sharing with you here today, just to give you a couple of different looks from the car. Or of the car, I should say. Factory tires, well, the tires have been swapped out, as I said. Factory size is the same. The factory rims are exactly the same. And it's a beautiful car. It's a fun car to drive. A lot of people wonder what it is, and their first train of thought is, boy, it must be very expensive. And it isn't. This car has Mopar parts. It has Fiat parts. It shares parts with the Mazda 2-seater. So it's a culmination of a lot of different parts. Now it has Willwood parts and Bilstein shocks too. So, but honestly, when I saw the car, I like the lines. I like the look of the car. I think it's a beautiful look. I think you get a lot of money, a lot of bang for the money. You know, the car looks nice. It drives nice. With a couple of little enhancements, it's very fun to drive. And if you are looking for a two-seater, this is probably the one to go with. I mean, I don't really see why I don't see more of these cars on the street, because I really don't see very many of these. But again, this has been my information video, if you wish, on the 2017 Fiat 124 Spider Abarth. And that's a wrap for Shelby TV. Thank you for watching.